chunks of yardage. Lynday Dixon on a reverse. It's Higgins. Lawrence throws a block. Higgins is off and running. Breaking tackles, banging off people. Touchdown. Clemson stretches the lead. Wow. The trickery.
You get an aggressive defense. You counter that with the reverse. Look at Carman leading the way. Look at Justin Ross, 8, with an outstanding block on the freshman Stingley. And then T. Higgins showing some toughness, lowers his shoulder and goes over the other corner, Fulton, to work his way into the end zone. Some physicality from the long, lanky wide receiver at 6'4", 215.
AT&T Pylon Cam shows you the touchdown. He kept his feet in bounds. Hey, Kirk Clemson backed up. They don't care. Gets so high.
They're bringing it.
Burrow's got time. Launching for the end zone. Jump ball. Touchdown. Terrace Marshall.
To find that matchup, and Marshall, who hasn't had many chances, they've been going to Jamar Chase. We just circled saying that he can come from that spot. This time it's Marshall at 6'4". He puts it up, adjusts back to the ball, and Kendrick just never had a chance on the play.
Chase has been very quiet so far for LSU. Burrow, plenty of time, running out of time, retreating. Murray tries to help rush as he reaches the sideline. He lobs it up, and it is caught by Terrace Marshall. My only question was Terrace Marshall out of bounds. He was out of bounds, I think, and was not forced out. I guess you could say maybe, but then he comes back in and makes a catch. Trey Brown was in coverage. It was a big loss. They go quickly. Plenty of time for Jalen. Single coverage. Deep ball up for grabs and caught by CeeDee Lamb near the goal line with Jacoby Stevens in coverage. See, by putting him in the slot, they got him on the safety instead of the corner Stingley. That's a matchup that favors Oklahoma. Stevens is better around the line of scrimmage. He's not a cover guy. Jalen Hurts read it, the formation created the matchup, and they exploited it with the deep throw.
Points game, by the way, does not believe in the announcer jinx. CeeDee Lamb was a finalist for the Biletnikoff Award. He thought he was the best receiver in the country. Jamar Chase won it. Brooks did the rest. Midway through the first quarter.
Dobbins in the clear. Off to the races. Can they run him down? They cannot. Touchdown, Ohio State. Countered him again and again. He explodes early. He's going to catch Eddie George tonight for sure, for the record.
Yeah, it's zone read on Xavier Thomas. Great read by Fields, and then a missed tackle, bad angle by Kayvon Wallace, and Dobbins shows you what kind of speed he has in the open field for the touchdown. It's moving around here.
They're expecting an interior run. Instead, it's Dobbins around the corner and into the secondary. Off and running again. Dobbins finally tripped up inside the 10 by Tanner Muse, but the Buckeyes threatening.
I showed you Isaiah Simmons, and Brandon Bowen, the right tackle, felt that, and he does a nice job of kicking out on Simmons, and that's exactly where J.K. Dobbins ended up finding that crease in the defense. Again, if you've not seen Dobbins play a lot, he looks like a bowling ball, but he has tremendous breakaway speed, and he's especially fired up tonight with all the hype about Travis Etienne on the other side.
The Bulls at the moment. Lawrence took a peek downfield, had a lot of room, and breaks the tackle, and is still running. Lawrence in a foot race. Will they catch him? Touchdown, Tigers! Wow, a game-changing play. 67 yards. Proctor had a chance to stop him, but the big fella got out and galloped all the way home.
What a call by Clemson. Again, utilizing the legs of Trevor Lawrence.
Play though.
This is great job of reading this block right here by Trevor Lawrence. Simpson, the left guard. You can see the linebackers, they actually move this way, and now it's up to the free safety, Josh Proctor, to be able to make a play. The eraser, right? You got to make that play. And again, he's 6'6", 220, making those moves in the open field. Heck of a play, and the Tigers are right back in this game.
Long run this season. Before that was 28 yards, but it is the 8th rushing touchdown for Trevor. And Clemson within 2. Despite being badly outplayed most of this first half. Herbert's got it. Stiff arm again. Quarterback in the clear. Inside the 10. A hat-trick of touchdowns for Justin Herbert.
Unbelievable what we're seeing tonight from Herbert. The will to win. A young man who grew up in Eugene, dreaming of playing for this team, the Ducks.
It's the longest run of the season for Herbert, who had 1 touchdown run coming in, has the hat trick tonight. You said a Hollywood script, Kirk? He's trying to make it happen.
Look at the defense just chasing Verdell. He gives a stiff arm. We've seen that stiff arm the 3rd time, but this time it's to Sanborn. He just pushes him down, gets a couple great blocks downfield, and there's the penalty by Faion Hicks. Then a heavy hit there as well by Wild Goose, another defensive back.
Answer. Aaron Cruikshank, the speedy returner, waiting at the goal line. Camden Lewis, the freshman, boots it to the 5. Cruikshank looking for a crease, picks his way. He's in the clear, dancing down the sidelines. Can they catch him? No! The Badgers answer instantly. 95 yards, his 2nd kickoff return for a touchdown this season.
He catches this on the right, stays to the right. Look at the blocks up ahead, and then it's just about his speed. Outruns DJ James, the true freshman, who has lightning speed, and takes it into the end zone. Stays in bounds, and how about an answer by the Badgers with their special teams after that impressive opening drive by the Oregon Ducks.
Last 2 offensive possessions. Cruikshank has provided Wisconsin's only touchdown with that electric return. Got it at the goal line. And he's got a crease again. Cruikshank out near midfield. Hadn't been a pick or a kickoff return for a touchdown in 17 Rose Bowls until his heroics early on. He got 47 that time.
Make sure
Oklahoma had success with those kind of plays against them in the Big 12 championship.
Pressure from Fromm's left. He throws for Pickens. He runs under it, catches it, and a touchdown for Georgia.
I mean, you know they're going to throw it to him. He's the only guy that they feel confident making contested catches. He's going against Jamison Houston, and a perfect drop in the bucket by Jake Fromm. Right over the outside shoulder. You can't throw it in a better spot. And even though Baylor knows the ball is going to Pickens in the air, he's already got 7 catches for 118 yards and now a touchdown.
He's thrown 27 passes in the game. Early in the 3rd quarter, a play fake for Mims again. Touchdown Baylor. Tonight, clearly they made an effort to get him more involved on this drive.
Well, you can see his strength and his length. I mean, that's a lot of hand fighting with he and Eric Stokes. And if they're going to let him do that, you just have to be physical as a receiver and then go high point the football. And that's exactly what Denzel Mims did. Beautiful possession that time for Mims, their leading receiver.
Kick the extra point. And a little life on the Baylor sideline as we start the second half. They're on the board. It's now 19-7 in favor of Georgia.
Completely shifted to Penn State. Very important that they cap off this drive with points. White in the pocket, taking a shot deep. Caught! Coxie at the 2. A tight fit, but he never quit on it. 1st and goal. He's on the season. Watch this throw by Brady White. It's just going to be a go route the entire way. under pressure. Yeah, Daniel Joseph was right in his grill. Safety couldn't quite get over the top, and I mean just an absolute beautiful pass. Concentration through the catch by Coxie as he gets hit by Brisker on the way down, completes the process of the catch. That's just beautiful offensive football right there. Excellent throw and catch by Brady White, Damonte Coxie, and
Penn State going fast as well. They hand it off to Journey Brown. Between the tackles, still on his feet. Bringing that smoke with the straight arm, still going. What a journey! Touchdown! Starting running back. Emerging in the shadows of Kane and Ford and Slade. Brown refusing to go down. Dusty breaks it down on the other side of this.
Eli Handback, steady, durable, consistent play. They do try to go to the ground game, and there it is, LaMichael Pirine breaking away down the left sideline. They do have a running game. 40 seconds in. Touchdown, Florida, 61 yards for LaMichael Pirine. Ran for 96 yards against Mississippi State in 1988.
I want you to watch Devontae cross the corner. He's the one who's going to fall down on the play. It's his responsibility. That is his gap. And he falls down, and that's what allows Pirine to get to the second level. Devontae Cross has played all kind of positions on this defense. He's been a safety, he's been a corner and a nickel. They start him in this game ahead of Heskin Smith, and he falls down and gives up a big play.
I mean, that in essence, Grease, for Florida is a trick play because all they do is pass the football. You're not expecting them to run there, even though they have the talented Pirine, and he rips one off for 61. What a start for the Gators. Billy Kemp in motion, top of your screen. Some extra late pressure for Florida. Perkins has to secure the football, then throws to the end zone. It is caught. It's Dubois for a touchdown. Grabbing it over Marco Wilson. The strength of Dubois went away for a tie game.
Wow, you're going to beat a top 10 team in the Orange Bowl as a 2-touchdown underdog. You're going to need to make plays like this. And Dubois with strong hands, as you mentioned, over top of Marco Wilson. There is no room there. The only thing that Virginia had going for him was that Wilson hadn't turned his head and looked for the football. But what a play by Dubois and Perkins. The effort in the back end to extend that play, second to none. Bryce Perkins has made a couple of throws from the pocket that has been under tremendous amounts of pressure. This time, there's pressure coming free right here with Carter. Now he's got to extend and get outside the pocket, hurdle a man. Zuniga had a chance, the linebacker has a chance, and he's just giving Dubois a chance. And Todd, that's an unbelievable play.
Yeah, I thought Zuniga had him dead to rights. They brought Zuniga on the inside, the great pass rusher. He showed that flexibility that he has in the bend. He gets off the block, and I thought he was going to nail Perkins, and Perkins shows the ability to get off the tackler, extend it, keep his eyes down the field, and make that throw. Obviously, the catch was the whole deal, but to be able to extend that play and give your receiver a chance, that's what makes Perkins special.
So Michigan will get the ball first. Giles Jackson, who does have a return for a touchdown, is deep for Michigan. A packed house, the end of the season, but a new decade of college football about to kick off. And here we go. Bulovas booting it deep, and Jackson slipping. And still did pretty well. Got past the 25. Reversing field. And Henry Ruggs, who might be the fastest guy in the country, was able to track him down in midfield. He still returned it 51 yards.
What a great way to start this game for Michigan. Slipping on the return, but being able to establish that far boundary. And Giles Jackson, the explosive freshman, you see some of that speed on display. And the athleticism that he has, a great job too by that Michigan Wolverines kickoff return. You know, it's been a long layoff, so it's a great way to start to create some momentum for your offense to get this Verbo Citrus Bowl underway.
Season ended, and he expects
his team to play very well today and play with a lot of intensity. And Mac Jones going downtown here on the first play to Jeudy. And there he goes. Goodbye, Jerry Jeudy. 85-yard touchdown. He might be the best receiver in college football. He won the Biletnikoff last year. And he might be playing his final game at Alabama. Could go pro. He's a junior. And look at that number. 33 straight wins when they score a touchdown on their opening drive. I wonder what it is when they score on the opening play.
It's been a while since we've seen the Crimson Tide, but clearly the offense has not missed a beat. One-on-one coverage against the true freshman and Jerry Jeudy to the house on the post route off the beautiful throw from Mac Jones. And the Crimson Tide starting strong here in Orlando.
Because you could see that at practice the other day with their senior send-off. He is truly the captain elected.
And it's going to be a big return for Igbinoghene. Noah Igbinoghene is gone. 96 yards.
Well, all it takes is a couple of Minnesota guys out of their lane, and watch the key block, number 19, right in front of Igbinoghene, and that's all he needed. Once he got that block, he was off to the races.
See it again.
Yeah. Just keep your eyes peeled right here. Watch this block open everything up. Oh, I'm sorry, right front, 1999. That block. That was the block.
That's Matthew Hill,
Yeah.
the wide receiver.
Key block.
Not necessarily a need to do that. Morgan, end zone. That would have been a wild grab for Johnson, but he was out of bounds. Oh no! They say touchdown! Unreal if he got that foot in.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That would be totally outrageous.
If he did that, oh my goodness. SportsCenter top play. You kidding me? No way he gets his foot down.
The crowd reacted to the replay. Let's see.
Oh,
Is
look
the
at that.
toe on the line, or is it?
He's got green there.
Is a catch for a touchdown. The previous play.
From this angle, there is green. Toe, ball, green. Wow.
Complete control?
Yeah.
Or was that ball moving around?
That's the other question.
That's a one-handed catch there.
He didn't catch it clean the first time. You'll see it hits his hand and then he re-catches it.
His foot is still in green as he comes down there. Before the right foot is in on the green, and before the left foot goes to the orange out of bounds, he has control. So to me, Q, the only issue is whether he's in bounds there. And it looks from this angle that it is.
Will Auburn get the replay
amazing.
overturn hat trick in the end zone? Now,
Right foot down, control.
they do snap it. Morgan with pressure. Oh,
What a
catch! Bryce Witham!
What a catch.
He had the touchdown on the fourth down earlier. It's his fifth of his career.
What are the odds that they had 2 fourth down pass plays to him? I'm not so certain that they just didn't adjust that on the sideline.
With Jake Paulson, the starter, out, Bryce Witham out of nowhere might have his own lake named after him by the end of today.
Second and goal. How many chances will Utah get in this part of the field? Over the top, it is caught. Touchdown.
Nice throw. Big time throw.
All perfectly.
That's a beautiful over the outside shoulder away from the defensive back, Anthony Cook. Well, that's really, when you look at it, that's Tyler Huntley's best throw of this game. He's had some one-on-one situations that he's missed early on. He didn't miss that one, and Damari Simpkins does a good job.
Hazard, but he can play. Second and goal, pressure comes. Ehlinger takes a hit over the top. Duvernay jumps up, and he caught it. Touchdown!
I think we may get him for a little bit of a push-off here. He did push off to create separation, but what a stud. This time, instead of running the fade, they run a little corner route from the slot. Devin Duvernay's putting on a show here late in this football game.
Let's see who the penalty's against.
Number 28.
It's on the defense.
The penalty's declined. The result that one could have gone either way. But I'll tell you what, hey, you like scoring, you're going to get scoring here. This is a great job. Just look at him jab inside and then just run the 7. You see him push off there at the break point. Oh, they're just battling down the field. You know, they get the defensive back, Javelin Gidry there for trying to pull on Devin Duvernay there at the catch point.
On. This angled punt to Sean Jamison. Looks like he wants to return it. He'll take it inside the 25 with a burst of speed. There goes Jamison across midfield to the 30. Beats the punter down the sideline inside the 10. What a return.
That's just a tremendous job of getting the ball out here to the numbers and using his speed. You see the sustained blocks down the field. Just put a move on and just using his speed down the field. This is the kind of energy Texas wanted to play with here early in this football game. And quite honestly, it looks like a little bit of that hangover that Utah was experiencing coming off the Pac-12 game is still lingering right now. They're not playing with the same energy. And Texas is knocking on the door here of going up 10.
First down at the 40-yard line. Play fake. Slovis. Deep ball. He's got a receiver. Oh, what a catch and what a throw. He dropped it in the basket. Goes down hard. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Gain of 55 yards.
Slovis gets absolutely drilled on this play, right in his chest. Bam! But he delivers a beautiful ball.
Foul. Look great. Not a lot of D going on. As SC sends it away, Smith-Marsette inside the 5. Hops through the hole. Watch out. He can fly. Smith-Marsette down the sideline. See you later. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. 98 yards. In the regular season finale against Nebraska, he had a 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
Well, it's going to be Jaden Williams, number 14, that has really the only shot at Smith-Marsette. Watch 14 right here. There's the shot. He misses the tackle. Great little hurdle. And then you see the speed. Ihmir Smith-Marsette burning down the left side. Takes it to the house. How about that for electricity? The slow team, right? They've been 10-minute drives, and then boom.
Improvisation leads to a first down. Now a quick throw to catch Braden Johnson. And Braden Johnson is gone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
It created space for Braden Johnson, their speedster and the team's deep threat. And when you give him a little bit of space and a little bit of light.
Mon will run the option on second down. Mon keeps it. First down and more. Running away from Cowboy defenders. Kellen Mond is in the clear and in the end zone. 67 breathtaking yards.
Block by Jamon Osborne on Rodarius Williams is what frees up Kellen Mond. An excellent block on the edge. Didn't allow Williams to get back into the play.
It's Brock Purdy.
Purdy's going to float one up the seam. Inside the 5-yard line for Sean Shaw. He's got it. It looks like he won the 50-50 ball. If it's simultaneous possessions like baseball, tie goes to the runner. The offensive player gets credit for the catch, and Shaw took it away from Pride.
Well, he's going to bluff the safety there, right? Okay, we're going to be quarterback run and then go down the field, and I love that Brock Purdy gave him a chance, an opportunity to go make that contested catch. Outstanding job by the freshman. Jeez.
There you go. Payola, we call that in the business. Well done, partner. Tony Jones gets down the sideline. Can he be caught? Tony Jones inside the 30. Uses the stiff arm. Inside the pylon, and he's in for a Notre Dame touchdown. What a run. 84 yards by Tony Jones.
Coming from the living room, watch Tony Jones. Patient stiff arm. Great blocking on the perimeter by Notre Dame. Look at the long speed as he's trying to outrun these Iowa State defenders. Be physical at the end. Stiff arm for about 12 yards. Outstanding.
Pressure coming off the edge. The Hokies pick it up. The throw into the end zone. Hauled in by Hazelton. Touchdown Hokies.
Out. Brendan Eccles is 5'11" on the outside. He's been very, very good. 50-50 balls, he's even been better, but he got himself turned around. Very good tightrope here by Hazelton on the sideline. His right foot was right by the edge out of bounds. We may have to take another look at it.
Looking for space and he finds it. Good block upfield. Springing Bowden. The cutback inside the 10. Another broken tackle and Lynn Bowden hits Pater. 61 yards to the house.
And this is what's going to happen. Holyfield's going to come up, and then number 8, Belmore's going to be right in the hole to make the tackle. Holyfield runs way too far up the field. He's out of the hole, and he's no match. Emmanuel Belmore, number 8 defensive end, is no match one-on-one in space, and nobody's home on the outside. Like, you can't be in that position. Holyfield's got to understand. Watch it come off the edge. Why are you running way up the field like that? He's most dangerous running. Perfect play call by Eddie Grant. It was the delayed draw for the quarterback. And look at these guys. I mean, he's just running all over the place. And B-Tech's got no answers.
Complete on the edge to Guidry. Spins free. Goes to the goal line and in. 18-yard touchdown with Guidry doing all the work.
In man-to-man coverage, good ball. And look at this. I mean, look at the balance here. Spin move. That's all Guidry to punch that one in. That's what they needed. Needed a quick answer. Double pass.
Atwell looking to put it in the air. Wide open! Touchdown Louisville on the double pass to Marshawn Ford.
Watch Ford here. He's going to start off the ball. They're going to throw the ball in this direction. He's going to block and then release, and he gets lost in the mix. As soon as he engages with that defensive lineman, the secondary take their eyes off him. They say, okay, you're not going out for a pass. Everything goes in one direction, and he leaks out down the sideline. This is a heck of a ball by Atwell.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? He let that go. That was a tight spiral.
Atwell was a dual-threat quarterback at Northwestern High School in Miami. He led Northwestern to a 6A state championship and was the Miami-Dade County Player of the Year.
Had a little pressure in his face, too.
That was tight.
I mean,
man, I've done this before.
Tell you what, they've probably had that play in for weeks, maybe months. Atwell's probably been chomping at the bit, telling coaches every time he walks by the office, hey, I can throw it. Put it in. I can throw it. Call it. Finally gets it in the bowl game. In a big moment when Louisville needed to close the gap here against Mississippi State and get some momentum going.
Graphics, and Terod carries credit. That's just not his style. Check down throw. It's Davis who's got the first down and then some. Cutting his way back. A couple blockers in front. Big play potential for the freshman running back up the sideline and gone. Wow. 45 yards for Ray Davis. The run about as long as his full name. Ramon Walters Jamar Davis to the house.
I don't even have to say much. I'm just going to sit back and watch Ray Davis go to work. I mean, this is probably one of those high school type runs, but he just did it on the FBS level. It's zig.
2 times an Old Dominion, and that's it. The difference Mack Brown has made has been monumental. Back corner of the end zone. Officials look at each other and say, touchdown UNC. Daz Newsome, how did he do it?
Oh, but watch the left foot of Daz Newsome. Just watch the left foot. That's the foot I'm looking at the entire time. Watch the left. It's the left foot that gets in right in the back of the end zone. He catches the football, but it's all about the left foot. The left foot, that toe is down. He's got full control of the football. That is his second big-time catch of the day. Just the perfectly thrown ball and the ability to go up and go grab.
Players as opposed to these guys.
Totally different. They're a different athlete. They're, as you see, the baseball players are good size themselves, but these guys are just...
How about Mike Panashuk with a pick six for Michigan State? Michigan State game and his final one. What a play.
Adam, we talked about it all year. Tips and overthrows, got to get those. That's exactly what happened here. I think it was his little brother, Jacob, who actually tips it. And then big brother off the back of another teammate, I think it was Harvey, tips and overthrows, got to get those. And then he gets into the end zone all by himself. We've got a big man touchdown. Anytime somebody 300-plus scores, there's a party going on. See what they can do with it.
54% touchdown rate. Newman trying to throw to one-on-one. Donovan Green reaching out. What a catch! Touchdown Wake Forest pending the penalty. The true freshman from North Carolina stumbling and still catching it.
It's really not bad coverage anywhere. This is just a nice job of giving the receiver an opportunity for a back shoulder throw. Adam, you've heard me say it 100 times.
If stopped him dead in his tracks, it'll be 4th down. And Kid Niumatalolo says it right there. Let's go for it.
Yeah, let's go for it, and maybe even let the clock run to some extent. If you don't get it, at least there are less seconds for Skylar Thompson to work with.
On a trick play, running wide open is Chance Warren. Brought down at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal. Talking about digging deep into the playbook. He did it that time for a gain of 41.
Navy's
Owen White checks in. 43 yards per punt this season. He'll turn it over beautifully here. Driving Brooks back. From his 34, waiting on the convoy. There he goes, Brooks. Far side, can he get to the end zone? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Wildcats.
great Kansas State defense leads to a backed up punt that leads to a huge special teams play by Kansas State. Phillip Brooks takes it to the house this particular time, but whether it's Josh Youngblood or Malik Knowles, another staple in the way Chris Kleiman intends to build this program in Manhattan.
Blake Lynch's extra point is good. And our new score with 13-13 to go in the first half. Kansas State grabbing its first lead at 7-3, and Phillip Brooks with the honors for the Big 12 and the Wildcats from Manhattan.
On play action, Jennings double move. And he's intercepted! Indiana with the return! And the Hoosiers have daylight! Touchdown, Indiana, Jamar Johnson!
Oh, it's the read is not the problem. Going to run a go route here with Galloway. Basically what's happened is it's a sail route, a run to the corner. And if Garantano will lead Jennings, who's trying to get the football to, you lead him to the sideline, he's wide open. Instead, the ball is thrown back in here, and Johnson is able to step in front of it and pick it off. It's the right read, the right place to go with the football. It's just not the right throw. And then it's a great return. Maybe some running back or receiver skills by Jamar Johnson on the way to the end zone.
Defensive end James Head helped him out with a tackle. Indiana has the momentum here.
Went out for a jog.
Onside kick. Tennessee has a chance, and Gray gets it. Paxton Brooks with a perfect dribbler, and Tennessee's got the momentum now, trailing by 6 with the ball.
Just needs to go 10 yards. Excellent execution with the kick. And that looks like it goes 10 yards to me. Wow.
Don't pay too much attention to the left foot of Eric Gray. It's where the ball is, not where the player is. Just like a touchback on a punt. Pac-12 replay crew taking a long look at it.
Tell you what, Eric Gray, who's had a nice night in the backfield, true freshman, I think he does an excellent job here of just waiting a little bit. I don't think there's enough that you could ever overturn that. I believe that goes 10 yards. Good patience by Gray. Outstanding kick. Incredible call.
4th down. A trick play. Works to perfection. C.T. Thomas hits Evans.
Gutsy call. Attracted all the defense. Not to float this because the safety back deep. If he floats that and lets that hang, the safety can come over and make a play on the ball. But he threw it where the ball was low, gave him a chance to protect from the defender. Evans does a good job of protecting it, but a good.
The screen is intercepted, picked off by Elijah Molden. And he's out of bounds at the 24-yard line of Boise State.
The ball sailed on him a little bit. The execution wasn't perfect. See how he had to go over top of 55, allows that ball to sail, and then it's intercepted by Molden, who's had a great year this year, hanging in over that slot, playing in between the numbers. Just a great year, great awareness, eyes up,
right in the middle. Taylor, number 11. Ritter throws the fade. It is caught for a touchdown. Malik Mose wins the battle against Elijah Jones.
Keep Taylor in, the tight end, to block and max protect. So you're going to the outside and you're hoping and wanting your 6'5" receiver to go up the ladder and make a play for you. And Malik Mose does exactly that. Right in the middle of the field and throttle down there.
Here's Cole Smith from 43, and the kick is blocked. BC a chance to pick it up and run with it, and the Eagles will take this to the house. A touchdown for Brandon Sebastian on the block kick return, and Boston College explodes onto the board.
Boston College, and then of course Brandon Sebastian, as you described, is going to scoop it up and make a play. Number 18, Mike Palmer with a block, and then Sebastian's going to put Boston College on the scoreboard. How fast can a game change? Pretty quick. And it changes the fastest way is on special teams.
It's time for me to move on.
We asked Jaden Daniels, who's back to pass, about that as he throws a screen pass in the middle to Kyle Williams. And Kyle Williams has got something working. Williams, great wheels. Can they get to him? Kyle Williams down to the 13-yard line. Wow. Finally some fireworks on offense for the Sun Devils.
It was green pass at the right time. There's the guy that had a chance. Comes out, 2 blockers, 1 defender, and then 1 block downfield. Beautifully done, executed on the screen pass.
And you got to give him credit for hanging in there. The Florida State defense and that diving tackle that broke his stride. They got help from his. And throws deep. Man's there. Got him on the run. Tamarian Terry. Goodbye. Touchdown. 91 yards.
All started with the fair catch. What a beautiful route. Watch it right here. He gets off coverage and he sets him up. Bang. 1 step, you're never going to catch him. A perfect throw.
You can't drop it down the stovepipe any better than that. In stride at the 50, and Tamarian does the Usain Bolt thing at the goal line. With the lead into the
kicker, James McCord, one of the biggest legs in college football. Back for Barker. He's got it. What a first half for Daniel Barker. And with 9 seconds, Illinois has it inside the 20.
And what a throw. These quarterbacks today are putting on a show. I mean, there is no window there to get that ball into, but that's the advantage of having a tight end. And that's Daniel Scott that's in the game at safety. You can't cover it better. He is right in the lap. But Joe, you're a former quarterback, and you know a perfect throw can even beat elite coverage.
On first down from the 31. Christopher Brown Jr. with a big hole. Brown Jr. into the secondary. Inside the 30 and pulled down. A huge gain for Brown. 50 yards, and it's first down at the 15.
Well, this is a gap scheme. They block down and they pull the true freshman guard, Medower, there, and he comes around. And when you get the block at the second level and you get 230 pounds rolling, it's a good day for the Cal Golden Bears. Over 100 yards in the finale against UCLA.
Intercepted. And working his way back upfield, Gilbert Frierson. And Frierson at the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. The ball got juggled around and then it looked like Couch picked it up. Did Frierson hand the ball off, Roddy?
I think he did. He was looking for the lateral, and it looked like he handed that ball off. First off, it's a great read by Frierson to be able to pick this ball off on the screen. He makes Jamar Smith, breaks that tackle, then cuts back. And then
oh my gosh, he did.
Tosses it.
And I love that. I love that. As much as your offense has struggled today, as a defender, you're thinking, we need to put the ball in the end zone ourselves. Let's do whatever we can to get that done.
Likely the final play of the third. Williams wants to cut it loose. And overthrown and intercepted. Trey Baldwin comes up with the pick.
Louisiana Tech did a fantastic job of dropping coverage. Those linebackers taking away the first window that Jaron Williams was looking for Mike Harley in. So he has to reset, tries to throw it without a great base, overthrows it. Louisiana Tech's got the ball going into the fourth quarter.
Second down, Glass. Guns it into traffic. It's tipped and it's caught. And it's going to be a touchdown by Dylan Drummond. Machuca Keon Williams scores it for Eastern Michigan.
Good initial coverage by Pitt. Inside position, Glass puts it up. The D-back just can't come down with it.
Pickett to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown by Mack. And a flag is thrown as he was getting grabbed. And Pitt has the lead.
Play right there. That's a top 10 play. Great concentration. He gets held on the play. Great double move. He gets held, but watch the concentration. Turn around, get that right hand up there. What a catch by Taysir Mack.
Pickett loves it. His night has been spectacular. Third touchdown pass. And Mack, I mean, he is no slouch. He comes in with 62 catches on the season.
Well, I think he was a little banged up coming into this game, but boy, great double move, gets held, concentration, and the reception.
And the
back in there, and Vincent Davis, though, don't have a big bruiser.
Pickett, though, is taking a shot for French, and he has it. Across the 40, one man to beat. He turns on the Jets. Maurice French, another one, cuts it back. He's going to have a touchdown. 96 yards.
Maurice French, kind of the X factor tonight. Making a lot of catches. More importantly, yards after the catch. How about 96 yards to add to his total tonight? Showing you the speed after the catch. A little cutback. This game's 9 out of 10.
You're thinking this is the end of my season in 10 minutes that I get to get out here and go have some fun.
Came out frame into the back of the end zone. There's a blocking back. A lot going on here.
Rolling on the field is an incomplete pass.
Put the toe right on the line, and I honestly, I think it's a little bit of a lack of concentration, not realizing that in the end zone is right there. It's an easy ball to catch. Just get a foot down a little quicker.
Did he have control of it when his right foot was down? Troney flicks it to the end zone. Got a shot at it, and it's caught. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. The backup's getting in on the FUD. That's a 23-yard completion to Ray Ellis, we think. Find the number 11.
And it's a receiver just staying alert. Quarterback scrambling, go to the end zone, have a chance to make a big play, get a touchdown in a bowl game, and lets everyone celebrate.
On the outside here.
Wind up to the bottom of your screen. It is a run to Borghi, and he is going to be stood up at the 1. Goal line stand for Air Force. Jeremy Fedulum with the goal line tackle.
Right here, the numbers just don't add up for them to run the football. You got one-on-one on the outside, and Mike Leach decides to run the football with their very capable running back, but too many guys up there. This is a numbers game for Air Force, and they were right there to make the stop. This is reminiscent of what the Pac-12 championship looked like the other night. But with that success, I wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe go in the late 5th or early 6th.
On 4th down and 3, it's going to depend on the spot. From here, it doesn't look like Borghi got it. Yet another red zone stand for Air Force.
Spend your whole time as an offensive lineman going backwards, then asked him to go forward. Fedulum right in the middle of the hole to meet Borghi, and he's up to the task. Great defensive stop once again for this Falcons defense.
The defensive coordinator, John Rudzinski, in getting this group ready. Gordon over the middle finds Martin, snatches it out of the air to the 30, 25, look out. Tay Martin on the run inside the 5-yard line. Chased down by Fedulum, which set him up inside the 5.
This is a perfect look here. They're just running the mesh where they bring the guys over the middle at each other, crisscross, and they run over the top, and he puts a great pass. Watch him get it over the outstretched arms of the defender, and he goes and gets the football. And then, not only that, he puts on the jets and runs away from him and gets him inside the 5-yard line to set up the touchdown to Borghi. That was the kind of play I said right beforehand. It doesn't matter what down and distance it is or how back behind the sticks they are. They have every opportunity to make big plays like that, and there it came.
For Hawaii, they have the 7th fewest punts in the FBS. Hifo to the fringe. Aleva Hifo has room to go, and he's inside the 5. Lose his ability to play quarterback in this game just because of ineffectiveness of the whole unit.
Can you take a guy out who's thrown for more than 300 yards?
Aleva Hifo, by the way, we'll find out the answer to that. Hifo tiptoeing down the sideline with a gymnastic return just short of midfield. And punter in Ben Scruden. Aleva Hifo back to return. Hifo turns it upfield, finds a seam again, keeps his feet, and finally trucks ahead to the 43-yard line. You want a game changer, it's been Aleva Hifo here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, he's been the one tossing the intimidation, at Hawaii with his punt returns.
It's such an interesting rivalry. BYU leading 23-8 all time. But Aleva Hifo has been through a couple of them as a senior now.
Yeah, he's a guy that has a great first step, great vision, and he knows when to turn it on. We've seen that in his returns. He's gotten a little bit of help getting to the wall that BYU has set up for him. He's had 3 nice returns, 52, 31, and that last one for 14.
Light box again. 3 on the line. McDonald heaves it deep. Sideline. He's got the freshman Martner. Nick Martner to the 25-yard line. He was the only one in the zip code. It's a gain of 37.
And BYU simply forgot about him. Little used Martner, 84, 6'5", playing on the left outside, was ignored by BYU. They had number 11, Heron, roll up short. As you see, he's short, and nobody is behind him to protect the deep throw.
Hawaii in striking distance. McDonald, down the middle, touchdown!
Are you kidding me?
Nick Martner Knights at Aloha Stadium. From Honolulu to Mississauga, Ontario.
You see McDonald quickly looking out to his left, recognizing the single coverage and the slant route by Martner. Now, most of the time, BYU have been
in the desert. How motivated are they today against Marshall? Green on 3rd down. Pass is going to be intercepted, picked off by Richie Grant, and there he goes. Grant towards the end zone for a touchdown.
Makes a great read, goes through his progression, gets to the right guy, and this is where you see that slippery ball early. That ball gets through the hands of the receiver, and Richie Grant ends up catching the ball. And ironically, Richie Grant had 6 interceptions a year ago. As a starting free safety, had none until that pick 6 that you just saw right there.
Obi Obialo was the intended receiver. It went right through his midst. They'll have one more look at this to see if he actually snuck across the goal line before stepping out of bounds.
And Obialo is that receiver
for the Knights. Mack remains the quarterback. Under duress, it's going to be picked off. Is this the spark for the Thundering Herd they're so desperately needing? Micah Abraham stays in bounds towards the end zone. Yes, indeed it is. Talk about a turn of events. Big plays galore in Tampa.
To give themselves hope, and that was it. Micah Abraham intercepts this football that has to come out quickly because of the blitz look up inside. And Hodge was getting after the quarterback back, and then
those safeties deep.
They've converted once already tonight. Looking to the end zone, and a fight for the football.
Wow.
Hennigan and Thomas, and Hennigan comes down with his second TD catch of the night.
This had the makings of a disaster for App State. The ball's underthrown. Thomas in perfect position to rip it away. But look at 5. Thomas Hennigan just strong arms and rips the ball away. Watch, he doesn't have it. Now he's got it in his hands. And now it's just who's the stronger player. And Hennigan just gets the end of that football, pulls it down. What a catch and play.
Championship last year. Johnston has a man in the end zone. Lunging for it is the tight end, Hayden Pittman. Touchdown, UAB.
Hello, what a start. Watch this pass. A little okey-doke at the tight end and get yourself extended. Did he hold on to the...
On 3rd down and short. Hands it off. Big hole, and this is what Central Michigan absolutely needed. There goes Kobe Lewis. Touchdown.
It's a perfect example. You're right, Clay. Here you bring in the quarterback that allows for another extra blocker, and you got to account for him, and they bring everybody an out route blitz, and when you get that and a gap opens up, he gets past the first level. There's no one back there to stop him. And
he missed the final game of the regular season with a calf injury. Throw into the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Caught in the corner by Jesse Matthews. His first receiving touchdown this year, and what a story this young man has been.
He's been a special story, but to your point, the first receiving touchdown of the year, former walk-on. Watch him lay out and extend and use his hands, bring it to his body and turn inbounds for the touchdown. That's the difference. This year they haven't been able to.
Conversion here on 3rd down early in this game.
Crum taking a shot downfield for McCoy. Got McCoy in stride. It's a foot race to the end zone. Touchdown, Isaiah McCoy. Early in Frisco.
We've got some execution on both sides of the football on offense. What a route. This is just a speed route going right by Williamson. What a throw by Dustin Crum. We're all tied up at Frisco. By Mariner just winning to the inside and then using his body to frame the defensive back.
Love looking for Mariner again. And he brings it in. And a flag. He makes one of those catches every couple of weeks.
Mariner makes the most difficult catch look routine. He's going to battle Montre Miller again. Miller won a little bit earlier. This time he just uses his body to keep away Miller, and he knew he had the right arm free.
Out that can help this offense.
On 2nd down, shot on the RPO, and it is caught inside the 25-yard line. What a grab by Noah Fred. Goes up to get it on Brinson for 30.
They may want to take a look at this to make sure that he comes down with this football. Frith, a big target, looks.
Can the Eagles take advantage, though? Play action. Wirtz hit as he throws deep shot downfield across the 50, and it is caught. Wow. Mashad wins the fight for the football all the way to the 31.
In real time, I thought this was an interception. Great position that time by Delaney, but good hand fighting and checking, and look at the concentration, unbelievable.
Turns, fakes to Regis. Pressure coming from the edge. Lewis stays alive. Throws toward the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Raging Cajuns. The catch by Jamarcus Bradley. Year in Louisiana football history, it may get even finer if they can maintain their lead here in Mobile. And a stunner there. Miami has life. Play action fake. Gabbert going to take a deep shot. Has a man open. Caught 20-yard line to the 10, to the 5. Fighting for the end zone for the extra yard down to the 2-yard line. The play made by James May. Wow. He and Tariq Miller get into a wrestling match, and May dragged him for additional yardage.
What an answer. What an answer. James May's been their big play guy all year long. Runs to the post. Gabbert puts the ball the only place he can put it to keep him on the run. He takes the ball down to the low red zone, right around the 3-yard line. Look at him just outrun the coverage.
Well, he's got a linebacker on him there. We had Blakely shaken up briefly for Louisiana. Let me correct that. That was a Louisiana player, not Blakely. That was Kendall Wilkerson who was shaken up.
1 second to snap and just get it away in time. Reynolds still holding with it off a good play fake and finds Victor Tucker across the middle down to the 20. Here's Tucker down to the 5, stays inbounds somehow for the touchdown. And Charlotte, just like that, is on the board. Reynolds to Victor Tucker for a 51-yard score.
2-point conversion coming. Trying to make this a 2-score game. How about this? A little RPO, no problem. Feet are settled. And Tucker does the rest. It's a nice, accurate throw from Reynolds, and Tucker has been the guy that they've relied on so heavily through the air all year, and especially when they gotta have it situations, which this is certainly one of those.
Thomas Ball, I mean, where else would you want to be? Kyle Van Treese will loft one for Antonio Nunn. He goes up and pulls it down for the touchdown. A spectacular grab from Antonio Nunn, the junior from Tampa, from Kyle Van Treese, and Buffalo scores first.
And a great job working against Nafis Lyon, who doesn't have great length. He's only 5'9", maybe even slightly shorter than that. Jump ball with Nunn, who is their best wide receiver on the outside.
This is where I would look for that curl pattern, that curl flat combination they had so much success with.
Nice catch for the first down to the 47-yard line. Cooks again going up high to make the reception. That was Xavier Motley that had the coverage. Pretty good coverage, but just a better throw for Carson Strong.
That's at least the third acrobatic catch we've seen Cooks make out on the perimeter. Really.
Rourke keeps it on this play. Rourke has the first down. Rourke has the touchdown.
Difference for Ohio, the way he's managed the run game and primarily the quarterback run game. This is great deception in the backfield. You get Dom Peterson, the big defensive end for the Wolfpack, in space. And Nathan Rourke is an athlete. He'll run away from you. That time he runs away for a 34-yard touchdown.
Abraham back to throw. Blitz coming. Gets it over the middle. A lot of room to run. 30, 25, 20, and Watkins will score.
I mean, that's exactly what he just ran away from everybody on the defense. Coming out of that stack, he's able to come all the way across the field. Tulane's dropped back in a zone coverage. They play a lot of man-to-man, but this time they elected to go zone.
Not what they're used to, having the 13th ranked rushing offense in the country. Coming in, McMillan going up top. That's McCluskey. He's got him inside the 10, and he stays on his feet for the score.
up this second half. Got Jalen McCluskey the ball. He starts off in the slot, comes off the play fake, and just burns his defender towards that goal line. Great play. Matched up against Kyle Hemby, the safety, and just got right in behind, stayed on his feet for the touchdown, and there's his quarterback, Justin McMillan. He's excited
to complete that first down.
Quick snap here. Wasink going near sideline. Pass is caught. Oh, what a grab. Deshaun Bustle with the catch of the day. 33 yards, and he is injured in the process.
That's an outstanding catch there, giving up his body, laying out to go get that football and coming down with it right in the key moment where your team needs you. Bustle comes out with a top 10 catch.
And will 46 come on the field? Yes, he will. Corey Munson, the freshman, the true freshman out of Warner Robins, Georgia. 2 out of 3 today. His long is 48. This will be from 52 yards from the far hash mark. John Haggerty, the punter, will hold. Jared Nash will snap it. It's definitely long enough, and it is good!
Unbelievable.
Move right there if you come up short.
Hatcher, a one-on-one ball, throwing the rainmaker, and it's picked off. Rashard Dames with the INT.
And he was going right back to Kirk Merritt, who had come up just short on the third down reception.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Down,
Offense number 74. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is interception. First down, FIU.
That's an ineligible man downfield that's declined, so it's Dames, the Dames twin.
Fantastic catch that he makes over the middle.
Hatcher has thrown the deep ball a couple of times tonight. This time it pays off. Bayless makes this grab inside the 20-yard line.
Well, they've tried repeatedly, and they're going after Stanley Thomas Oliver again. We mentioned it. They're not going to let up. It doesn't matter if they're connecting or not. This is part of who they are.
Climbing in the pocket and finding his open target. He's going to stay out there. Harper taking a shot in the end zone. Contact. Caught. Touchdown Anderson. Back at you. 1st and 10. Carter hands it off to Martin. John-Maine Martin, that's what we expected. Martin in the clear and stepping out. Showtime. Gone. Keep on going. He hit the home run. His 22nd rushing touchdown of the season. 74 to short. Simpson's going to pull around. Going to be the lead blocker. Key block on Cole. And then it's all Jermaine Martin.